Good morning, y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Oh my God, it is hot today. It is really hot right now. It's in the 90s, y'all. So it's going to be a lovely Saturday. And first of all, let me say thank you, Heavenly Father, for waking me up this morning. And those of you that woke up, yes, sir. Those of you that's laying in bed, sick or whatever, at least you still woke up. So just say thank you, Heavenly Father, and take y'all meds and stuff like that and do y'all do. And hopefully you'll feel better. Um, um, yeah, yesterday, I went to the mall. We went to the mall, me and my granddaughters, and it's so weird. I went into, yes, this is me. I went into Old Navy. I haven't gone into that store in a long time because actually I used to go in there when my sister Pam was alive. She was a manager. This is in Brooklyn, New York, over there in Flatbush. But I I went into Old Navy over the years, just checking out their stuff. But to be quite frank, their stuff is not well that anymore. You know what I'm saying? The clothing, the stuff, everything is like so cheesy. What's going on, Old Navy? Old Navy? You know, the stuff used to be really nice back in the days, some years back, but things are supposed to improve. But I didn't see no improvement in the clothing or whatever. Um, so try to get a grip on that. Whoever runs Old Navy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I went in there because I needed to get a pair of black slacks and a polo shirt, one that doesn't have any other kind of markings on it or coloring or nothing like that, just plain black. So yeah, I found one, it fits very well. I had to get a size 12 because the size 10 was a bit tight on me, and I don't have to get a hem on it. It's just perfect. I love it. Nice material. And I got the polo shirt. It was all in the same section. I got an extra large because the large was kind of small. They run small. Yeah, so I got what I needed. The girls, they went to Sephora. Skylar had to get herself something from there, and Paige, she had to get herself something from, you know. But yeah, then they called and they asked where I was, so I told them. So they met me over there. But first of all, let me tell you something. While I was in the dressing room in in Old Navy, first of all, I wore my waist trainer because like I said, my tummy has increased, and I think I know why. Not from just eating, but I think I know why. But it wasn't looking too good. I had on an extra large shirt. I wear those kind of loose clothing, so my tummy wouldn't show and stuff like that. I won't feel uncomfortable outside. But this top, oh my God, it wasn't really doing much. I looked like I was pregnant. You hear me? Oh my God, I looked myself in the mirror. I was like, oh no, I got to get into my walking and do more exercising and stuff like that. I didn't like the way how my tummy was looking. And I had the waist trainer on, and that didn't even do no good for it. I was like, what the hell? This is a waist. It was one of those waist trainers, where they have the plastic bone on the inside. It's like four. Well, I took them out because the other day when I wore it over here, it was so uncomfortable. It was hurting. And then they were bent, they bend up and stuff like that. So I took them out hoping that it will feel a little better. Hell no, it didn't feel any better. It was just a rolling up and stuff like that. Who wants to be wearing a shirt and got all these different kind of rolls underneath it? So guess what I did? While I was in the dressing room, I took that bad boy off and I left it right there. You darn right, I left it right there. I told my granddaughters and them about it. They were cracking up. It was like, no, Grandma, you didn't do that. I said, yes, I did. It wasn't serving no purpose. So, when I got back into their car, when I got back into Skylar's car, I put in an order online. I don't know if y'all been watching YouTube. They've been showing like different kind of shape stuff, stuff to wear so you can keep your tummy down, pluck your butt up, whatever kind of stuff. So yeah, I got me one of them, the Shape Fixer. So I ordered one and I'll show you when it comes. But it's a PNT and it holds you in. It's supposed to hold you in, and it goes right underneath your breast area, and it covers the whole abdomen area and stuff like that. So hopefully that will work for me. I got a large because right now I'm like an extra large in the tummy area. So I decided to get a size smaller. I didn't want to go for the medium because I was thinking it might have been too tight, but I'll see what this large looks like or feels like when I get it. Yeah. And it doesn't have no bones or nothing like that in it, so I'll just see what it looked like. And hopefully it'll work. I have another a body one at home that I have bought. I have purchased that online too. But it's like a whole piece. It have the part where it goes over your shoulder, under your breast area. It's like a bodysuit type thing. But that's a large, but it's like, to me it seemed a little tight, but I don't know. I haven't tried it on since I've gained this weight on my tummy. But I have that at home. The material is nice. And it covers the whole butt area. So, maybe I'll try that when I go back to my house. But, it's kind of hot now, so I don't even think that would be good to wear, because I don't want to be doing no extra sweating and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, yeah, but, I like it and stuff like that. But, I'm trying to work on this tummy. Oh, my God. I didn't like how the way it looked. But you know why I think my tummy grew like that? Not just from eating. Because I don't eat like that. But those pills, those spirulina pills that I was taking for my hormonal acne, I do believe that make you gain weight. Because I remember when I went to the VA, my doctor, my nurse, she was asking me if I was taking any other medication. So I gave her that name, and she said something about hormone. She was like, that pill has hormone, some kind of hormone, something in it. So it caught my attention, but I didn't question it. But you know, I looked it up and stuff on Google, but I didn't see it. You know, but it has some kind of ingredient in there that make you put weight on. You know what I'm saying? So the way she said it, she said, "You know that pill has some kind of hormone in it. You know that, right?" And I didn't I didn't answer her. I just and the way she said it, it was like But I think it's that. I think it's that pill. But my doctor, I went to get a refill of it. Like I said in the past video, I was getting low on it. But the the nurse practitioner that I had, she said to me, she was like, this pill could, we have to, I'm gonna have to talk to your doctor about this because, later on you could have really bad side effects from this pill. And when she said that, I remembered what that nurse said. So I was like, oh boy. So, they didn't prescribe it back to me anymore. And plus, she also said it collides with the the high blood pressure pill that I take. She said if I'm taking that high blood pressure pill, I cannot take the other pill with it because they collide together and I can have some serious effects. But in general, that kind of pill is not good to take. It helps with the hormonal acne, but health wise, it's not good. So it has something in there, I do believe, that make you gain weight. So because I noticed the gaining of the weight from from a little while after I started taking that, but I didn't pay no attention to it until later on. I kept thinking about it. I was like, I remember what that nurse said. So yeah, that's why I think how I put that weight on my tummy. It swells. It's to me, it's like I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the medication that they give to people that suffer with lupus and stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called. It has something in the medication that swells you up, that actually swells you up, makes you like put weight on. Well, I do believe that's what the lady was talking about. It has some kind of hormone, some kind of, I forgot the name. But like when the like the prednisone, the prednisone, it has something in there that swells the patients up. You know what I'm saying? So I think whatever it is in the prednisone is some of that in that pill also. So I'm glad that the nurse practitioner brought that to my attention, and she brought it to my doctor's attention. So my doctor don't prescribe it to me anymore. But as you can see, I started to get a little breakout and stuff like that. But I'm just using the liquid that they gave me and the cream, that's it. So I'll just deal with this, like right here, I got one right here. I squeezed it, a little pus came out of it, and it's like healing and stuff. But I'm trying not to be squeezing them because I don't want the dark marks anymore. And some of them, when you squeeze them, nothing comes out and they hurt, and then they turn black. So I'm trying not to even do that. But I was kind of liking that pill because it was eliminating the things off of my face. But oh my God, I guess I'm gonna have to just deal with the liquid and the cream. What can I say? Yeah, I was just watching DDG in class, at Kai Cenat Streamer University. So he was giving his class, and DDG, you are a great teacher. You are. You're handling that class very well. But those students of yours, oh my God, they're acting like they're in junior high and high school. They're supposed to be grown ups and they're acting so damn stupid. I'm glad that you're putting their asses in check anyway. And yeah, don't be letting them come in your classroom late. If they come in your classroom late, make they butts leave. You know what I'm saying? Because they supposed to be there at a certain time. That's disrespect, you know? And a few of them, they chat back to you when you ask them something. Don't let these people talk back to you. You know what I'm saying? But overall, you're doing a very good job, young man. You're doing a very good job. I don't know about that subject that you're talking about because some of the stuff you're saying, I don't think you should actually say that. Tell them to do those kind of things, but you teach your class the way you want to teach it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember that you got some court case going on with your baby mama, and that kind of class, I don't think that was appropriate to be actually discussing. But you need to pay attention to what's going on around you and with you, and try not to bring anything out that will damage you when you go to that court hearing. I am dead serious. Base your classes on stuff that don't have nothing to do with your relationship with your baby mama. Serious. So anyway, I'm standing here in this part right here, the area, right here I'm standing in a cool, under a tree. It's really nice right here. And Mr. Hustle is, look at him. He is chilling. He's relaxing. Yeah. Let me wipe your nose, Mr. Hustle. His nose is running. But you don't hear no cold rattling in him. So we kind of getting rid of that. Yeah. But Mr. Hustle, say good morning, boy. Say good morning to all those lovely people out there. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with him, let him use the bathroom, and I'm gonna stay out for a little bit. You see, I'm wearing my robe. I keep it on, like I said, in the house because the AC. But I have on this top right here, and it's showing my tummy. My tummy is kind of pudging out, so that's why I kept it on. I kept it on to come outside. And I'm wearing shorts, y'all. Look at me, look at me. See the skinny ankles? But yeah, they're mine. I'm grateful to God that I have them to get me around. And oh my God, I was walking yesterday and I was so damn tired. I was tired. I couldn't believe it. This tummy here of mine, I don't know. I don't have nothing in there. I don't have no baby or nothing in there. But this weight that I put on, I definitely have to get rid of it because walking, that's something I love to do. And I was so tired. Maybe I was like that because of the heat. It was in the 90s. It has been in the 90s. Maybe it's because of that, because all the other days, I walked and I've been outside and I wasn't tired. But yesterday, I was really, really tired after walking. So maybe it was the heat. Maybe it wasn't the weight. Maybe it was the heat. Because it has been in the 90s, 94 and 93. And that's pretty hot. But anyway, y'all enjoy y'all day. Because I certainly am going to enjoy mine. I always do. And if y'all not watching Kai Cenat Streaming University, I suggest y'all tune in and watch those young men and women teach their classes. I'm going to go now. Peace.